for once, I'm not drinking, but I'm just ginger ale. We're live? You just went live?
No, I'm going live now. I didn't go live yet.
Wait, we're live though. Like live?
Yeah.
This is new. Since when do we do live?
I wanted to do live because people have been trying to be more interactive.
Oh, wait, live? Oh,
yeah.
That's great. Oh,
yeah, people have been more interactive. So I'm like, live works. Okay.
All right.
You guys.
Well, I just admitted I'm drinking ginger ale today. So
what's up, everybody?
Hey,
what's going on?
Holy fuck!
Welcome everybody to a live edition of Figure It Out. We haven't ever done one of these, but you guys have been really awesome with your feedback on the last couple of lives we've done.
I'm down.
So I thought, why not? I mean, hell, Jaydee, when we did the Book of Boba live show, you were even a part of that.
Yeah, I jumped in, man.
No?
That was fun. That was fun.
I'm like, hell, it's worth a shot, right?
I really like Boba. I know people are dumping on it, but I'm excited, man. I like the way it finished.
I enjoyed it.
A few faults here and there, but it didn't take away from my experience, man. I got to play it right now in the background.
It didn't at all. You know what? Let me introduce the show, and then we're going to talk about that, Jaydee.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm on the side with you guys, and me and Joel are on the side with you guys. We've been stressing this of how you just got to take things for how they're given and accept it, and you know what I'm saying? So we'll get to that. But welcome, everybody, to an all-new episode of Figure It Out, the show where we take our love for figures and mix and match it with our love for everything else there in entertainment in the geekdom world. I am your host, Jawan. Joined with me, as always, is Pete. What's up, Pete?
What's up, everybody? It's only ginger ale today.
I'm ashamed. I'm
gonna keep the look going.
Bear with Pete, though. Bear with him. And finally, I know we say this every week, after 500 episodes, finally, Jaydee is back. He had a quick off season, but he's back. He's back for the regular season, and he is in prime condition and ready to pod. Welcome back, Jaydee.
What up, everybody? I got to go to bed early because I shoot out at the crack of dawn so I could beat these guys to target, and try to get figures that I'm never going to get. And
any luck finding some of these classifieds that are supposedly dropping like all over the country except in New York?
Negative. Well, they are dropping in New York. And I'm finding the leftovers. I'm finding the gung-hos on the racks, right? Because they said that the case pack is 3 Alley Vipers, 2 bats, and 1 gung-ho. So for every gung-ho you see, there was at least 1 case that was on the shelf. And
I'm not finding any, like, my pre-orders are just, like, dead in the water right now.
Dude, I know. And it's like, all right, so GameStop had the release dates for some of the pre-orders on February 1st, right? And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm tired of driving all these places and not finding anything. Let me put down for the pre-order. Some things popped up and I forgot about it. So I went down there like maybe less than a week later and it said sometime in June or July. I was like, whoa, what the hell happened, man? So that bothered me. Then I've been looking and finding by accident the retro Spider-Man wave. And I've been jumping on them. I picked up everything with the exception of the Ben Reilly Spider-Man and the symbiote Spider-Man. I want that symbiote black costume.
That's a nice costume. See, and I pre-ordered that one. I think I don't know. Big Bad Toy Store has done nothing lately. Besides telling me that certain things are getting pushed back, like my Thundercats pre-orders from Super 7. I might have pre-ordered that from Entertainment Earth. I'm not sure, but even still, like, I've heard nothing. And the only ones that I got from that retro wave was the symbiote Spider-Man and the spider armor, the silver, the chrome one from that Web of Spider-Man cover back in the day.
I know, just the one you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah.
And look, Jaydee, I feel your pain. You guys remember, I was talking about these Doctor Strange figures in December. Those are one of the last few shows you were on, Jaydee. Before the break, I was talking about these Doctor Strange figures. I was supposed to get them in December. They're now telling me I gotta wait to get them in mid-March. This is GameStop. Yes,
from this line?
Exactly.
From this line?
Yep, from that exact line. So it's frustrating, but we're definitely gonna make sure we carve out enough time to talk all these figures, especially the new figures that Jaydee got. But I want to get through some of the news before we get there. This isn't going to be a long live, everybody. But I want to start with we opened this up at the top of the show. You finished Book of Boba, so did you, Pete. I never got a chance to hear from either one of you. So I'm going to let you have the floor first, JD. What were your thoughts on the finale and then the series as a whole?
I popped for it, you know. There was a lot of moments where you were just like, oh, yeah, and that's awesome. You know, people keep making fun of the spin that one of the mods did, but this is Robert Rodriguez, right? The spin is Robert Rodriguez, so he had to throw a little bit of his flair in there. There were some story elements that I wish they had capitalized on, like joining the tribe of Sand People. You know, what if when Boba had stepped off, he had brokered something with all of the other tribes, you know, or maybe we found at least the assassin lady of the Sand People come back, because we didn't see her body at all. We didn't see the kid's body. We saw a kid gaffy stick. You know, I didn't mind that it was Mandalorian Din, whatever.
Din Djarin, I think, or something.
Din Djarin. Din
Yeah.
Djarin.
I didn't care that it was, you know, that 2.0. I'm with that. They threaded the line of telling a good story and throwing nostalgia in there a little too much. You know, sometimes nostalgia is just a little too much fluff, but it was there. Confusing moments, like why did they make Fennec wipe out the last set of pikes? You know, excuse me, spoilers, people.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
After the main battle, little things like that. Nothing more nitpicking than anything else. You know, I really, really am a big fan of Timothy Oliphant. I don't know if people remember him from Deadwood or Justified, but this guy's been playing a cowboy for the last 20 years. You know, I mean, almost. So just seeing him out there with the strut, you're like, oh, we're still getting him. We didn't lose him. I don't think Cad Bane is dead. Is he from that same race of that blue alien head that we saw in the very first cantina from the Star Wars A New Hope? Or is he a totally different blue?
Totally different. Different. Because Cad Bane wasn't created till Filoni. Cad Bane's a Filoni.
Right, but in A New Hope, you had that big blue head with big red eyes alien. So
I think he might have created Cad Bane off of the likeness of that, but I don't think it's supposed to be the same race. I don't think it's supposed to. If it is, I apologize, but I don't think it is. I don't think he did it with that in mind, is what I'm saying.
Gotcha. And then I heard some people saying that Mark Hamill wasn't even in it.
No,
that wasn't his voice at all. It was like
no. It was old. So what they try to do is, and if I'm wrong for this too, I apologize. But from what I know is they try to take old audio and kind of splice it together into current conversation.
So they basically deep faked Luke Skywalker?
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
That's scary. That's really scary.
Look, I know a lot of people saw that deep fake and they're like, bro, this is where we should go going forward. I'm not a fan of that. I'm like, if you can call Sebastian Stan tomorrow to do a Luke Skywalker series, you call Sebastian Stan. Like, sometimes people act like Sebastian Stan is Denzel Washington. He's not going to cost you that much money. Sebastian Stan is not that big of a name. And Mark Hamill wants it and Sebastian wants it. So I'm like, to me, I don't want computer generized, because then it robs actors going forward. Because then you'll have people go 30 years from now, oh, let's do a new Batman. Okay, but what if we just deep fake Michael Keaton again for another 30? You know what I'm saying? So it's
it's still a little fuzzy on the sides. Like you could still tell, like that's a CGI image.
And again, it's no disrespect to what Filoni and Favreau did. It was awesome. And if they want to use it sporadically going forward, great. But I know a lot of people that want Millie Bobby Brown for Princess Leia, for a younger Princess Leia. And I'm like, well, you don't rob people of that because you could do an awesome deep fake. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, give these actors a chance. Sebastian has been wanting to be Luke Skywalker. Mark Hamill's been wanting him to be Luke Skywalker for a while now. So
as long as you pay more than he got for Hot Tub Time Machine, you should get to.
No, but I see what you're saying, JD, about some of the nitpicks. I did have nitpicks.
It didn't take away. You know what I mean?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And I try to compare it to, if you could accept how much Captain America Civil War wasn't a Captain America movie, I can accept Boba Fett was 100% more about progressing the overall story than just like, again, Boba did have a story that was very prevalent in it, right? And so did Cap, but it gets lost. If you ask anybody, hey, what was Cap's story in that? They would go, it was something about Bucky, right? Like, you can't really remember because the main thing was about the Avengers fight. So to me, I look at Book of Boba and I'm sorry, go ahead, Jaydee.
No, the main thing, I just wanted to capitalize on what you said. The main thing was the emotional stakes and the ties that Cap had to break between which one was he going to choose. Was he going to choose his ties to Tony and his new life, or was he going to choose his ties to Bucky and his old life? And we know what choice he made, you know? So that was the foundation of the whole flick. But yeah, peppering all that other stuff, we were like, yeah, that was more Avengers 2.5 than
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And look at Civil War. They took away from Cap to introduce you Spider-Man for the first time in the MCU, Black Panther in the MCU. So I'm like, they took a lot of time out of Cap's arc to explain all new characters.
Right. Major emotional stakes, like Rhodey getting paralyzed.
Vision and Wanda, the arc there. So again, like I said, there are some nitpicks with Book of Boba. I will not say it was perfect by any stretch of the means. Right. But again, to me, I just viewed it as I was looking for some good Star Wars shit. It gave me some good Star Wars shit.
Yeah.
That's really as simple as I looked at it. I didn't look at it any differently. But
dude, they gave us a monster movie with the Rancor cutting loose. You know? I mean,
that whole King Kong scene where he's climbing the fucking building, that was dope. Yeah.
I was hoping a blonde would come out and he would just go, all right, thank you.
You didn't need, we got Baby Yoda instead. We got man Grogu's like, calm down, bro.
I'm gonna go on a little bit of a tangent here. So stay with me, right? And in one of the episodes, we got the 2 X-Wing pilots, right? And we got, I believe his name is Lee Jong, right? The father from Kim's Convenience.
Yes.
All right. Mm-hmm. Going back to Deadwood for a second, I don't know if you guys remember, he was, if you ever watched Deadwood, he was the head of the Asian mafia underground, I guess, in Deadwood, and that's where Timothy Oliphant was, right? So there is a toy company called Dime Store Legends or Dime Novel Legends, and they have his likeness. So they are doing that figure on official with Lee Jong's head, right? On the head of the Asian mafia from that. Another thing is though that he was the voice of the original Snake Eye, Storm Shadow on the cartoon. Yeah. So to wrap this around full circle to bring it into toys, I want to buy 2 copies of that figure when it finally gets released, because I want to pop off his head and I want to put it on a Storm Shadow original.
What's the size of the figure? Is it going to be a 3/4?
118, yeah, 3/4.
Cool.
So I'm all for it.
Oh man, dude, you gotta find him at a convention or something and make him sign it,
dude. I know, man. So I like he's one of those guys like Porkins from Star Wars, right? Remember Porkins, the X-Wing pilot, right?
Yeah.
He was also in the Batman with Michael Keaton, right? He was also the guy that hired Indiana Jones. He was also in the Flash Gordon movie. So it's like there's these different character actors that have always been in the background of our childhood growing up, that now they're getting this figure representation, and it just adds so many different layers to it.
Bro, you got to make them right on the figure, on like the box art. You got to make them right the classic line. You know what it is. You know which one of them.
Say it for everybody, Pete.
You dreadnoughts carry weapons. A ninja is a weapon. And then he fucking karate chops the tank and it falls apart. It's great.
Chop the fucking screws out of it.
You run it. Full popping out.
So to have him in Star Wars, it's just, I mean, in the Star Wars universe, it's like the guy's completing his path of geekdom. You know what I mean? His geek card is punched, and if people know that, they got their geek card in their wallet.
That's cool. And I never knew that.
Yeah.
I learned something new today.
All right, so we got just your average Joe in the comments. Oh shit, the boys are live. Yeah, we thought we'd try it.
What's up, Joe?
Jay Rue, who I invited on because he actually got Jay Rue, Pete, has a Razor Crest.
Cool.
Remember the crowdsourced Razor Crest?
Yeah.
So I was trying to get him on here to kind of show it to us. He's even saying he hasn't opened it yet. So I'm very jealous, and I want him to unbox it on one of our episodes. Don't unbox it till you come on here and you unbox it for us.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I watched the unboxing in when the Hasbro guys did it. They did a video showing you all the pieces and stuff. Goodness gracious, you can get lost in that thing for hours and hours and hours. So I can't wait till he finally does open it. Let's see. I
miss the days of getting lost in a box for hours and hours. Now it's just a few minutes at best. Hey.
Look,
these are the jokes, people. They're not meant to razzle dazzle.
Pete, it's as simple as look. As long as you get the job done, that's all that matters. As long as you get the job done.
I agree.
But what did you think of the finale and the season as a whole of Book of Boba, Pete?
You know what? You said it best. Like you just went in looking for some cool Star Wars stuff, and that was me. I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not a super Star Wars fan the way I am with like the MCU or something. So I'm not going to be able to nitpick and stuff like that. And like when Cad Bane showed up, I'm like, he's cool. Who's this? Because I didn't watch any of the animated series, so I'm like texting my boy Ramon like, who that? Like, what's going? Who are these people? What's going on? So he can explain all of this stuff to me. Like Black Chrysanthemum, I didn't know who he was, but he's a cool looking dude. And I keep calling him that. I'm gonna fuck.
I'm with that.
I mean, look, Joel called him Black KRS-One for weeks. So. The names for that poor Wookiee were getting very extensive. And you know what's funny? I can't remember. Even Boba gave him a nickname.
He was calling him
Santon. That's what it was. Santon. Yeah. I'm like, even Boba was like, I'm not saying that shit every week. Like,
it was a cool series. I enjoyed it.
Santo. He called him
Santo.
Santo.
Yeah, Santo.
Santo. Yeah. Santo. Yeah. Go ahead.
He's Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with it. Santo.
I enjoyed it immensely. I genuinely did. It was really cool. My mom enjoyed it. We were watching them like we marathoned them for Sunday dinners. Nice. Cool.
Nah, I freaking loved it. And what's so fun about Cad Bane, Pete, because you said you didn't watch the animated series. This wasn't part of the animated series. This was later in canon for his comics. But
I'm gonna check it out though, because just another highlight. You guys mentioned me having not watched Teen Titans last time we was on, and now I've just been marathoning through that. Like I'm playing my video game in so I got it on in the background. I'm kind of doing two things at once. And so I'm going to get through the animated series. I will.
I will say this. I will say two things really quickly. One, Disney Plus, you owe me and Joel money. We have told an enormous amount of people to watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and they've started watching it, and they love it. You owe us money. You just do. But the other thing I was going to say is, Pete, what makes that Cad Bane and Boba Fett moment so special was Boba's father, Jango, trained Cad. So when Jango died, Cad Bane felt responsible to kind of look over Boba. So Boba just told him to go fuck himself, and then that was that. Boba was he was a very bad kid, like very much one of those kids that you're like, you've never been whooped, and I can really. So yeah, when you get to that part, because it's very early in Clone Wars where you get that Boba arc, and then it extends till maybe season 4 or 5. But yeah, you'll love Clone Wars because a lot of the stuff you'll see then you'll even see in the Ahsoka series and maybe even in the Kenobi series.
Yeah, so these are things like I'm going to have to catch up on in order to be able to fully understand shit. Right. And then inevitably explain it to my mother over Sunday macaronis as well. You know what my one complaint about Boba Fett was? I got one really annoying complaint.
What?
They went through all of these flashback scenes, which I know was like the crux of people's complaints online and shit. The flashbacks aren't working. I don't give a fuck. But how does this dude forget that the Jawas straight up jacked all of his shit, and then he does not go and whoop some little furry fucking golden-eyed ass? Go and get your shit back.
I think that was one of those, but they're so adorable. Don't have
we saw in Mandalorian. We thought they were. We saw in Mandalorian Jawas are dicks.
Yes.
But look. But time out. To be fair, even Din didn't kill them when he found them. He did business with them. Remember?
He threw a couple of them under that trawler.
No, for sure.
And they deserved it.
But overall, he was very forgiving. Because remember, the guy that Nick Nolte had voiced, I can't remember the character's name.
We just call
him like, look, that's what they do. Relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go to the hood in the Ferrari, park it, leave it, and then come back to no Ferrari and go,
bro, I was about to say, they're little Tatooine crackheads. They just be jacking your shit.
Yes, 100%.
What the fuck?
And look,
you can't park a Ferrari in the hood. If that is the fucking Capitano of all the fucking corner boys, yeah, you could fucking park that goddamn Ferrari in the hood. I'll tell you that.
No, but time out. We can't equate it to that, because Boba coming back, a lot of these people were like, oh, Boba, like it didn't have the same luster that it did before he fell in the pit.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, you got to regain a lot of that, Boba. You got to regain that. So, Boba.
Though?
Wait, say it again, Joel.
Did he even remember? Because he went after the fucking Sarlacc instead of the fucking Jawas.
That is true. He did go after the Sarlacc. Like, it's still in the Sarlacc, and it's like,
he got robbed.
Like, dude, you were wearing it when you got out of the Sarlacc.
If he ever remembers, that's going to be a great conversation between Boba and Din, where Boba is like, yeah, these fucking little thing stole my armor, and he's like, bro, they destroyed the Razor Crest. Like, they're the reason I don't have the Razor Crest anymore. Well, obviously not the Empire is, but still. They really did a damage to that Razor Crest. But no, so and look, Pete, you even said it. A lot of people didn't like the flashbacks. Well, guess what, guys? The Kenobi show's giving you flashbacks, so get ready.
I don't care about flashbacks.
I needed the flashbacks. I needed to see his ass get out of the Sarlacc pit. I've been waiting 30 years. Something like that. When the fuck was 1983? How long ago was that? I don't even know anymore. 38. That's 38 years.
Yeah.
I wasn't alive. That's all I can equate. I wasn't here. So I wasn't waiting that long. But no, I want to move on. JD, because you have one of the figures. And look, welcoming in Joel. What's going on, Joel?
I'm gonna get something.
So JD had a really good question. So he showed off his Sleepwalker figure from the Doctor Strange line from Multiverse of Madness. Word. And he had asked, what is the likelihood of seeing Sleepwalker in this movie? And I told him, to me, it's slim because remember, no problem, Pete. I said, it's slim to me because remember, part of that Spider-Man line for No Way Home was what's the vampire that would hunt them through the multiverse?
Moreland.
Moreland, yeah.
Moreland. And Moreland wasn't in the movie. And he actually would have made a lot of sense.
All right, enough screwing around.
That's my man.
There we go. So we just started the show now that Pete did. The show just started. Forget everything before. But no, because what Marvel does a lot of times is still have a few figures of the actual line, right? Like of the actual show or movie. And then some figures you're just like, why do you think I need a J. Jonah Jameson? Like, why would you think that's important to me? Why wouldn't you give me one of the other Spider-Men? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you think I wouldn't want that? Especially with removable heads. Like, that would have been awesome. So I wanted to bring that up, JD, because that was a great question. Because the trailer starts with him mentioning nightmares. You know, having these really bad nightmares.
Oh, wait, we're moving on. We're moving on for Boba Fett. We're moving on.
Yeah. Did you have anything else for Boba Fett?
Hell yeah, man. Yo,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I got a top 5 list of Boba Fett figures that I want, bro.
Go ahead.
go.
I will black Chrysanthemum. All right. I want a Cad Bane figure now. Pete, I hope you back me up in this. I want a Jennifer Beals figure. I don't give a fuck if she got those two tails coming out of her head. Give me a Jennifer Beals fucking figure.
Oh, ridiculous.
All right.
Bro, I went on a few of my websites just to make, like, let me refresh my memory on Jennifer Beals.
Yeah, baby. I want
that.
I want a Polynesian sarong wearing Boba Fett. I know it's the fucking Sand Trooper. Excuse me, the oh my god, the Tusken Raider.
Right.
Robe underneath him. I do want. Excuse me, my 6 figures. I want that ninja lady from the Sand People. I never wanted a Tusken Raider figure before, but I want that ninja lady that trained him. And
that was a woman?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The fighter.
Well,
I thought it was like just a predator fucking or some shit. Like,
I can say this, JD, because I've been keeping an eye on the Star Wars line that's coming. The final Boba that we see in his newer armor, that figure's coming. Fennec Shan's coming. Boba as a Tusken Raider figure is coming. Cab Vanth is coming.
With or without
Cobb Vanth. Oh, okay.
Yes, sorry. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. And Joel, it is with the armor. It is with the
Timothy Oliphant is the fucking man.
Yes. Cad Bane, I'm gonna be honest with you. Cad Bane, some of the characters you're talking, obviously not her from Pull Down and Rain.
No, but I want them in Mandalorian hard art, right? So I got your girl here, okay, in Mandalorian, right? And I got Din's homie, the little dude, what's his name in Mandalorian. So I'm feeling that stuff. But I want them in that if it's a Book of Boba, okay, cool. I'm with that. But my number one figure that I fucking want from this set, give me Danny Trejo. I want a Danny Trejo.
That's so random.
Fuck yeah, bro. Who doesn't fucking want a Danny Trejo?
He was in one episode. I don't think he gets a figure.
Bro, they made the fucking Rancor trainer from Return of the Jedi figure. Come on.
So a note on that, actually, JD. Now, going back to like Hasbro and everything, we saw in the what are they? The Hasbro Kickstarter shit, like that they do.
HasLab stuff, yeah.
HasLab, thank you. Couldn't come up with it. The Rancor did not sell. It did not see fruition. So, do you think because they was talking about them extending the Sky Striker if it didn't go, they've extended projects before to make sure that the Rancor did not get extended. So do you think Hasbro had the idea of, well, we know what's coming, because obviously they would know what's coming. You think we're going to see another Rancor, but this time with maybe Danny Trejo and even Boba Fett on, involved in that package?
Had they done that now, I guarantee you that fucking Rancor would have funded within that first week.
I think it's coming real soon.
But when it comes to scheduling, I don't know how they play that. But had they shown us that, right? Because it was for the Black Series, so that's the 6-inch figures, right?
Right.
I mean, it had skulls. They gave us. Did they have a Gamorrean guard in there?
Yeah, that was eventually added.
And the trainer, right? The Danny Trejo from Return of the Jedi.
Right.
He ended up being tossed in there at the last minute. I mean, so last minute, it was just the 3D render that was there. They didn't have the final design of it. But dude, had they put that Rancor, because that Rancor was the fucking cherry of the Boba Fett series, man.
I promise you, I think they're gonna do it again. I think we're gonna see another HasLab Rancor, but this time with Boba Fett.
I'm just worried because Hasbro is now moving away from doing 1/18 figures, because Haya, it's rumored to have the license to the G.I. Joe 1/18 line now, dude.
That's the 3 3/4?
Yeah.
I don't think so, man.
Dude, the rumors going around that Haya is getting that license.
Yeah.
That's why we never got any more retros out of Walmart.
Yeah, but they're what I got, to show you is I might as well just bring them out now. One of the things that arrived were those new the new O-ring figures. I'm trying to get the glare off of that.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were gonna pull out the 5 point of articulation shits.
No, I hate those things. No,
those are disgusting, bro.
You know what sucks is I saw the Cobra Commander, and it's a really nice looking figure. Like the helmet's nice, the paint job is nice. I just can't get over that.
Yeah.
No.
Because G.I. Joe was never that.
No,
G.I.
right.
Never that, dude.
But like I heard that they're supposed to, because the new Sky Striker figures that are coming along with with that HasLab are going to be these same new O-ring style that supposedly don't rot like the old ones did. And I'm like really debating. Like I like these card arts. I don't know if I should have got two, one to keep in the box and one to take out.
Right.
And if they're still available, I might just do that because the card art is really cool looking.
Yeah, I phased that all my O-ring stuff. Everything I got on G.I. Joe's 25th
And it
anniversary.
came in this nifty box too.
Nice.
Put in like the little background. And I think this was like $40 for the whole shebang, and they come with extra ninja weapons and shit. The both of them.
Hey,
totally
Pete,
worth it.
Showing on that box. Show that box again, Pete. They put Snake Eyes with that sword a lot.
This is like his official sword. Like
right.
they have an actual katana, like a sword like this that I do not own because for whatever reason. And then I slept on it, and now it's like stupid ass expensive. But yeah, it's got like the Arashikage symbol on the sword.
It does it like a scimitar.
Yeah.
Almost like a pirate sword.
What Pete didn't say, because Pete didn't know this, but now he knows this, is he couldn't get that sword because of the last episode we did where Pete was talking about all the weapons he has in the basement. Yeah, YouTube heard that and was just like, he is on the no weapons buy list forever. That's why Joel started to phase out his sword in the background. He wants to
good call.
Nobody gets on my sword.
I do like that little blur effect you got going on there.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Bro, I love it too, man. If it wasn't for the fact that I paid money for this green screen, I'd blur every day.
No, dude, don't rock that green screen. But Jordan, I know you want to move on.
No, go ahead.
Well, we're in Star Wars. I've been holding on to this pickup for a little while, and I'm really excited, Pete. I know this will go back to you, but the Droids animated series card art anniversary C-3PO, bro.
I didn't even know they made that.
Yeah, man. And there's only 3 figures in the line. So it's 3PO, R2, and Boba.
That's
right. And if anybody is the Droid series is now on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody is with that, I know those figures run for money if they're carded. The villains, who was like a big chunky mafia dude, the Luke swap out, I think his name was Thal Jobin. All of those on card art, I mean, still in the card, run for bank, man. And
any mint on card figures are stupid money now,
dude. But then the thing is, it came out with the coin too, man. Yeah. I'm feeling that, bro.
That's like Power of the Force. Going back to that.
Yes. So I hope some of the collectors that are watching right now are going deep with that. That caught me in the feels, man. I'm like, I'm there looking for the classified Joes, and I'm like, they don't have that. Shit. Ooh, it triggered a little bit of nostalgia. Right, dropped down the anxiety, and then when I went to pay for it and I saw how overpriced it was, the anxiety went right back up. So it was a momentary joy.
Nah, I'm with you. I told you, Jaydee, that's how I felt about that Razor Crest, knowing that I missed out on the crowdsource, and now it's $1,000.
Jesus
Christ!
No.
Man.
So look, if you guys see me seeming like I'm a little sore or sick, it's because I sold both kidneys. I showed up to the hospital and they were like, "Sir, one's not enough. We need both." So I sold both of them to get that Razor Crest. But no. All right. Was that all you had, Jaydee, for Star Wars?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got.
No, I mean, because like I said, there's a lot to go into that. A lot of what it sets up. I can't wait to see. I do like that we got a little bit from Ahsoka, that her and Luke have had some conversation. Yes. Obviously not the conversation
right
we all want them to have. But I mean,
tried to kill me conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
And Pete, when you watch Clone Wars, you'll feel that line more. But when she tells Luke, like, I'm a friend of the family,
Right.
just to see, obviously, you know what that means, but to see the journey she has with the family is what makes that line hit so hard. But yeah, I loved everything, man. And Rosario Dawson is Ahsoka Tano. He's really gonna explode, bro. It's gonna be awesome.
I got a problem right now, guys.
What?
I got a serious. Maybe you can help me. Maybe the people watching this can help me. You guys know I'm engaged, right? And I asked my fiance this question because she's the one that told me about this. And we had this we get married next week. So for anybody that doesn't know,
congratulations,
right?
Jaydee.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations.
The clock is ticking, but the ultimate question just popped up. And everybody knows how much I love Rosario Dawson. And now she's single. She's single.
I'll pass.
Again?
Right. Well, I asked my fiance, I said, babe, do we prolong the wedding? Do we push it back to see if I get a shot with Rosario? Right? Or do we go forward with getting married and spend the extra money on the divorce after I hook up with Rosario? Which one do you think is the better situation for us?
How long did you sleep on the couch from that question?
I haven't gotten off of the couch.
Oh no, that's too damn funny. No, look. First of all, I will fist fight you for Rosario Dawson.
Well, now,
So that's,
I love you, kid, but I'll kill you.
I love you too, and I'm not a fighter. I will kill you. Joel, you were there that day when we interviewed her, and how nervous I was, and how I hung on to that photo of me interviewing her way longer than I should have. But in that photo, if you look close enough, she's biting her lip because that's how interested she was, Jaydee. That's all I'm saying. There's a connection there. You will not get Rosario Dawson from me, Jaydee.
We'll
That's all I can
probably
say.
a nervous tick.
The missus.
I don't care what you call it, Joel. That's on camera. I don't care what you call it.
She took a picture with Rosario at a New York Comic-Con. And I think while she was taking a picture, I was upstairs drinking with Pete, right? And that picture for the last X amount of years has been the main wallpaper of my phone. And every time somebody sees it, they're like, oh, who's that? And I say, well, that's my wife with my side piece. But I'll let you guys decide which one's
which one's which.
So she brings it up.
I tell you what.
Goes into my face. Like, I took a picture with Rosario Dawson and you didn't.
Look, all I'm saying is, Jaydee, all we need to have a chance is a tiny bit of fame. She dated Eric Andre for a while. And I'm like, well, if you could do that, I only need a little bit of fame. That's it. Just a little bit.
This corny motherfucker, bro. Come on, man.
I'm just saying it's possible, Jaydee. It's not as hard as like Beyonce. You know, when people talk about Beyonce, it's like, oh, you'll never achieve that. Rosario, that's doable. That's doable.
Plus, my last name is Rosario.
Oh, easy.
You know what I mean? She'd be Roro or R squared. You know what I'm saying? Bro, she'd have that nice trendy name.
Bro, you're practically a Wheel of Fortune puzzle. Jaydee Rosario Dawson. You're fucking you're a before and after, cuz.
Look at that. I mean, look, you could never share our equal love of Ahsoka because you don't care about Ahsoka. So that's something special.
But guess what? She already dated a Jay-Z. So all she has to do is complete the set and get down with Jaydee. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
It's time to step up in the alphabet, yo.
I do get it. I do get it. Look, and if she's ever looking for a step below that, there's a JC. You know, I'm always here to pick up crumbs.
I like that.
JJ right here, double J.
Yeah. Oh.
And the Pete stands alone.
The entire J alphabet.
Look, Joel, that would be dangerous for you. I actually know where you live. I will hunt you down, Joel, if I ever saw that happen.
By the time you get here, I'll be well prepared.
You'll never see me coming, Joel. You'll never see it coming. But no. Shouts out to Rosario Dawson, please.
Hell yeah.
No need for restraining orders. I promise you, we're not that crazy. Not all of them.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't say a word.
Just me.
Just let you know.
Wait, hold on, Pete. I'm seeing it now. You go to a convention where she's at, and she's just like, "I'm sorry, are you Pete?" And you're like, "Whoa, yes!" And she's like, "Restraining order," and you're like, "No, I said nothing. Like, that wasn't me. That was Jaydee, Joel, and Joanne. Don't put me in there." And it's like, no, I remember you.
Since we're on this Rosario train right now,
You wish.
if Henry Cavill has recently been crowned king of geekdom because of all the elements he hits, is that Rosario? Does that make Rosario the queen? I mean,
can I be honest with you? I crowned her after Sin City, and then after that came Wonder Woman, Ahsoka, and I was just, oh, that's for sure.
Right. But there's also Men in Black, right? Comic book movie. Right. She's voiced Wonder Woman multiple times.
Yep.
Ahsoka, DMZ, which is also based on a comic book. Netflix Marvel.
The Night Nurse.
Right.
Temple,
What other geek
Temple.
stuff has she?
Claire Temple.
hit?
Did she do Clerks? Was that Clerks or yeah?
She did Clerks.
Yeah.
She's going to be in Clerks 3. That's right. Ahsoka.
Yeah, she's a geek.
And geek
Bro,
queen.
the question for her is, what hasn't she done, really, if we're being honest? That's a better question. What has Rosario Dawson not done? And as soon as we figure that out, she'll do it.
DC, she's hit Independent. That's the trifecta right there.
Yep.
She hasn't done mainline DC yet.
She did.
Live action.
Live action, no, but she did the voice of Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I mean like live action.
Live action is all she has to hit. And look, as we're saying that, she's signing a contract right now to be in something we don't even know about. So it's happening as we speak. So don't even worry about that. She's just like, oh yeah, DC I haven't conquered? Great.
I got that shit.
I'm just now picturing when she takes over like Lord of the Rings. We're like, shit, I didn't even expect that. She's coming for everything. I promise you guys that. Rosario Dawson will have everything in geekdom. But yeah, she is the queen and the king. Whatever she wants to be. Whatever Rosario Dawson wants to be. We're not here to give you titles. But all right.
I concur.
Go ahead, Jaydee.
I concur.
You concur. All right. So we did get the Doctor Strange trailer at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Very unexpected. None of us were expecting it. I actually was telling Joel that Marvel nor DC would buy ad space for the Super Bowl because it's way too expensive and not enough people care. But goddamn, did they do it? And they gave us a snippet during the Super Bowl and then released the full trailer online. The snippet on TV had Defender Strange and Zombie Wanda. They weren't really in the trailer, I don't believe. But I could be mistaken. But we did get the trailer. It was an amazing trailer. It gave us one of the most jaw-dropping moments that none of us saw coming. Pete, you saw the trailer, right?
My friend's trying to talk to me about whatever nonsense. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And I'm sitting there with my phone, like watching the shit.
No, I mean, look, it was one of those moments to where it was like, if you're a true geek, after you saw that, you were just like, football?
Dude.
Football?
I had heard so many rumors. As far as I was concerned, I heard that there was a football game during the Death Row concert. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck what's happening. But, yes, that halftime show is for us old guys. Like,
yes, 100%. 100%.
But I mean, yeah, like we all heard a whole bunch of these. We've been over them on this show, the Illuminati rumors and all of this and whatnot, and cockamamie things like Tom Cruise and shit. And this trailer really like hammered home that a lot of these could possibly come to fruition. At the very least, everybody knows. We could just say this, right? Like free and open forum.
Yep.
We know that that's Patrick Stewart's bald ass head from the back, and tell him the truth. Like, holy fuck, we just got the Illuminati. Like, we're really doing this. And like, so we've heard obviously we have Professor X. The rumor is Fassbender as Magneto. We might just see Reed Richards, the dude from the old Fantastic Four. We don't know. Mordo is probably like a Mordo Supreme on the council. We've got a Strange Supreme on the council. We believe, like Defender Strange, whatever. We've got that little Batman symbol thing going on in his chest. And
Well, that's more so a variant that it looks like Chavez runs into. He's not part of the Illuminati.
oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, their Strange is Mordo. So that's their Sorcerer Supreme is Mordo.
And
as far as the
Juan,
Illuminati.
you had posted the image, the still shot, and great capture, by the way, of like, who is this? And people are going back and forth. Could this be Monica Rambeau? Is, whoever? I fully think that is Superior Iron Man, but just because of the chrome ass Ultron looking robot drones that are running around, I really think we're gonna get. I don't know if it's gonna be Tom Cruise. Kind of don't want it to be Tom Cruise. I like Tom Cruise, but I don't want him in the MCU. I don't know if, sorry, Tom, if you're watching this, fucking sorry. Go scale a goddamn building if you want to. I don't care. Go scale Mount Everest and do a flip. Jump the fuck off of it.
So wait, let me ask you this: who do you want it to be? Because
bring Tony back. Just bring RDJ back.
Yeah, that's my issue.
Is that too much for people?
My issue is you just killed him off, right? You just killed him off. So to bring him back this soon, but as a bad guy variant, I don't like that.
Do you think he's going to be a bad guy?
That's what Superior Iron Man is going to be.
Superior Iron Man's a douche.
Right.
I never read the series, honestly.
I mean, no. So Superior Iron Man was when, correct me if I'm wrong, Joel, because I think I'm about to say a whole bunch of wrong shit. But that's Stark that achieved literally almost everything he sought out to do. And I think they're going to go with the route of he succeeded in Ultron in this universe.
That's the way it looks.
And right in this universe. I'm not talking about comics. In this universe,
there's a lot of universes. So I'm saying his specific universe.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, his specific universe, he succeeded in Ultron. Right. So he then gets the superior complex of becoming that higher evolution of Stark. But that version of Stark is not the lovable douchebag we know of what Stark usually is.
Yeah.
It's a more sinister douchebag of Tony
It was
Stark.
during the time where they were kind of doing the good guys being bad, like when Spider-Man was that
Superior.
during that time period.
Right. So
in that case, maybe Tom Cruise can fit this bill.
I only said that because I'm like, if we're gonna see RDJ, I'd rather that mean more in a Secret Wars when he's back as the Iron Man we know. You know,
it could be a one-off.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If it's Tom Cruise, it's a one-off.
He looks like he's on the council too, like because the robots are leading him to
Yes, no,
he's
part of the.
We all have who do you think are the six? I have an idea who might be the six. There's six, right? 6 chairs.
Yeah, there's 6. Yeah. I told Jaydee who I thought my 6 were. So my 6 were just based by rumors. This isn't like I know.
Yeah, no, just based on what we've heard and seen.
Anson's Black Bolt from the Inhuman series.
I would like that because he would. You know what? Real quick, sorry to cut you off. The casting for that show was great. It was great fucking casting. The rest of the show sucked around it. I would love to see that all come back and be redone properly. Proceed.
I'm with you. So Black Bolt, Ian or Ion, however you pronounce his name,
Yoan.
Okay. His Reed Richards. So it's his Reed Richards, Anson's Black Bolt, Mordo. Then you have Xavier. Then the rumor we're hearing is that Captain Marvel of that universe, that specific universe, is Monica's mother. Maria.
Again, her own universe. They're all from different universes.
From different universes, right? So essentially, Pete and Jaydee, it looks like this Illuminati works drastically different than the comics. They're protectors of the multiverse.
Right.
So they pick different heroes from different universes and make them into an Illuminati. Right. Rather than in one universe is that one Illuminati, right?
So your last one is Iron Man.
And the last one is Superior Iron Man. But the reason why people swear it's Tom Cruise isn't because of the old story of he was supposed to be the first Stark. It's more so because of the reason they were saying he didn't want to be Stark, which is because he didn't want to wear the helmet. Well, guess what?
Yeah, he's
Superior
got
Iron
like a
Man
face visor.
only has this. He doesn't rock the full helmet.
Right.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
if you're
Which you can kind of see in this thing, like there's a face there, which is why I think that's Iron Man.
You are right, but the only reason why I believe that shot you're referring to is Captain Marvel is because that looks like binary mode. And the only reason why I didn't pay much attention to the face is because she wouldn't have the same exact get up as Carol Danvers, right? So she would look slightly different. And who knows, maybe she's rocking something, she's rocking something to where she
looks like she has a mask like Captain Marvel does.
Right. But it looks maybe structured a little differently is what I'm saying. Maybe structured a little differently.
She don't have the kind
I
of
took
hair.
that as
different
binary.
hair.
Right.
I think they're both binary too. Because they're both consistently look similar. The only thing that kind of looks different is the face, but that could change with the light, you know.
You got that? You get that shot? Can you send me that shot so I can see?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send it in the group chat now. I got you. So Pete, so you were giving you were finishing your thoughts. We were talking about who the actual members of the Illuminati were, but what else did you think of this trailer?
Dude, I watched this trailer probably about 7 times, like just that at that moment. Like I'm just repeating it over and over again, forwarding back and forth on my phone and shit. God, it was awesome. The only gripe that I have, I know there's like some legal nonsense mumbo jumbo that they can't call him Shumagorath, and he's got to be Gargantua, and like whatever lawyer is behind that deserves to be kicked in the dick several times.
Gargantus.
Yeah, so that's fucking stupid. It's Shumagorath, and we all know it.
Right.
This is one of those things. Like I like when Marvel does shit like this. Like it raises more questions than it actually answers. So I was hyped for this already. I couldn't be more hyped for it. The only thing now that I'm annoyed with is Spider-Man doesn't look like it's going to hit streaming before Strange comes out because it looks like it's going to stars first, and who knows when that's actually going to happen.
Right.
And I want to know, like, did something happen? Is this, the middle of the trailer? Like, oh, you messed up reality. Oh, I did what I had to do. Is that a result of Spider-Man, or is that something that happens in the beginning of this movie?
Well, Mordo, when you're referring to when Mordo was telling him, like, essentially it comes due. This the consequences for your mistake.
And Wanda was chastising him too.
Right. So what they're referring to is, because a lot of people don't count this, but this does count. When Strange during Infinity War was doing all this, going through different variables, that was going through different time. That was going through time a billion different times to see different results. So I'm like, that was using the stone one time when you shouldn't have. Then you're doing the spell for Peter. So those are two massive moments where you shouldn't have done those things that Strange was just like, fuck it, why not, right? Like, Peter needed me. I needed to come up with an idea how to stop Thanos. Why not? But they're trying to tell him the same thing Mordo was trying to tell him in the first Doctor Strange. It's not as simple as, no harm done. It has long-standing consequences, and these now are the consequences of your mistakes. So it's kind of obliterating it. But what I think really, truly is what will put it over, Pete, I don't think is Doctor Strange. I think Wanda puts it over. I think whatever Strange does, it teeters it, and then Wanda comes and obliterates it all. Just really quickly before I pass it on, Pete, what were your thoughts of Wanda in this trailer? Because it looks like she's living up to becoming that villain for this movie.
Like the whole scene where she's talking to herself, like, that doesn't seem fair. It's definitely building up that way. It could possibly be like whoever the big bad is, and we know that the rumor is like probably some sort of mixture of Nightmare and Mephisto, that maybe he's managing to manipulate her and have her do his bidding in some way. I'm all for it. Just like, let's get May here as fast as humanly possible, because I'm tired of winter. I'm tired of 19-degree weather. I need tank tops and shorts and Marvel movies. Yo, people saying that this cat was in the trailer. I didn't see him at all.
His arch enemy.
It was
Cobweb.
Cobweb. It did look like Cobweb.
Yeah.
Was that like weird looking thing that kind of looked like fake Dormammu?
Yeah, with the orange mouth.
The rap creature.
Yeah.
right? And that was at the very beginning. So it's like, okay, you can't have a cobweb figure because it's not going to sell. So maybe you play off the 90s, and maybe that's why we got Sleepwalker. Does Sleepwalker show up in the movie? I don't know. Rintra, the guy who is the bull, the build figure, we saw him, right?
Yeah, we did.
Which he was his apprentice, and I really have no need to collect them all to build Rintra. I got no desire to build him. But what if it's Despair, right? Despair is he shows up in that line, right? He's that death guy that's black and white in the line. Could he show up? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, look, and Pete, it looks like I don't know why. We're obviously gonna have to wait and see why. Me and Joel theorize, but we don't necessarily have to go that deep. But Wanda looks like she's after America Chavez. It looks like to achieve what she needs America Chavez. That shot where it zooms into her eyes. If you freeze it there, one of the cells is holding America Chavez, and I think America Chavez and Strange are both being held by the Illuminati. And Wanda just goes, she goes and just fucks up all the Illuminati to try to get America Chavez.
Why would she want her? Like, what's so significant?
Because she could. Joel was saying this. I want to give a huge shout out to Joel because he thought of this, not me. America Chavez can travel through dimensions, right? So Wanda looks as though she's astro projecting herself to these different places, but she can't physically go there. So she needs America to take her to where her kids are. She can't physically go there.
Oh, okay.
So is America a Nexus being then, or no? She just a singularity.
It's very weird. We don't know yet because that's one thing the MCU has not really explored to a large degree. They mentioned it, but I think in this movie we'll get a better understanding of their interpretation of a Nexus level being. Because Loki can't just randomly travel dimension to dimension, right? He needs something to be able to do that, but they call him a Nexus level being. So it's like, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very confused. We thought Wanda was really it as far as that, but now she can't even do that. So it's like, I don't know. But Joel, one question I want to ask you before I pass it to Jaydee. A lot of people are theorizing that one scene where you see, what's the name of the girl Doctor Strange was interested in What If? Christine?
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, no, I know Rachel McAdams. I couldn't think of her character.
Christine Palmer?
Yes. A lot of people are theorizing in that scene we see her in where it looks like she's obviously helping the Illuminati, that she's Night Nurse. Is that?
Well, she is Night Nurse. In the she's one of the Night Nurses.
Okay.
There's 3 Night Nurses.
See, because I was only thinking of the one we all knew Rosario Dawson was playing. Right. Yeah.
But Claire, she's actually not a Night Nurse like Christine Palmer actually was. You know what I mean? Claire Temple was actually a Luke Cage character, like a doctor or a nurse. She was an actual nurse, not a doctor. Whatever the fuck. Or actually, they reversed it. She was a doctor, and then they made her a nurse in the show. I'm sorry, I apologize. That's Claire Temple. So, so Christine Palmer is actually one of the original Night Nurses.
Okay, so then I didn't know where they got that from, but okay, cool, no problem. That's what I wanted to ask. But Jaydee, what are your thoughts, man? I know one of the things you were excited about when Monica Rambeau was introduced was the idea that she used to be one of the original Captain Marvels.
Right. She was the first female Captain Marvel. She was the first Black Captain Marvel. She was the first, I think, the first woman and the first Black woman to lead the Avengers in the early 70s. This is like, I think, somewhere in the 260s. She was Captain Marvel in name, not in family tree. So her powers didn't come from that at all. I really don't like the name Spectrum or any of that shit. It just
Photon,
doesn't.
Spectrum.
Yeah.
Now it's Spectrum. It used to be Photon.
Right, and whatever, she wears a long trench over her suit. It doesn't fucking work for me at all. For that, just stick with Monica. Call her Monica. Go by her name. But when it comes to this, I'm more worried for the people that do not follow this as easily as us. I'm looking forward to the movie, right? But those French people, they're gonna be so fucking confused when this movie comes out. They're gonna, if that is a Tom Cruise Iron Man, they're gonna be like, is he gonna be Tom Cruise now, or did he die? Excuse me. Is Robert Downey Jr. coming back? While there's, the multiverse is gonna confuse the layman, really, really is, and they're leaning heavy into this. The other thing is, this is as big as you get. You know what I mean? How do you top this for phase 6 or whatever? The next 30 years after that. Does this reset everything? I'm
No.
more confused about the implications. I hope it's a good movie, but it's gonna be fucking all over the place, dude.
What do you mean?
I mean, we got 3 Doctor Stranges, maybe 4, because there's zombie Doctor Strange in there, right?
Mhm.
Well, we got maybe 2 or 3 different Mordos. We got Mullet Mordo. We got original Mordo. Who knows if we're gonna have a zombie Mordo? Are we gonna have 2 different types or 3 different types of Scarlet Witches? Because we definitely saw a zombie Scarlet Witch in there. America Chavez, dude. America Chavez doesn't work for me. She was not somebody that I was like, oh yeah, that's a great superhero. No, that doesn't appeal to me as a character. Sleepwalker, fucking from the 90s, appeals to me more than America Chavez does.
I mean, she fits the narrative. I
Right.
think
She
the
also
only
fits the
reason
narrative.
why America Chavez excites me and why I'm excited to see her is it just purely fits the narrative. It's not one of those you just forcing a character in.
Narrative?
But I'm sorry.
What narrative, right? We don't know.
Dimension
yet.
travel.
Okay, we're speculating. What is it?
Dimension travel.
Yeah.
Dimension travel. Okay. That's where I'm at with this movie.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're not a fan of the character, that's no problem. I'm not here to sell you on it. I'm just saying, to me, I'm so used to different things just shoehorning in a character, and it's kind of just like, that's just it doesn't work. But
Like,
to know that this movie is about you have to travel from multiverse to multiverse. Strange can't do that. Wanda can't. Her character can. So I'm like, okay, that
And
at
she
least
comes
makes
from
perfect
a
sense.
different universe. In the
Right.
and
So I'm like, it makes perfect sense.
we got the Black Panther. Are we gonna get his voice deep fake like we had Mark Hamill's? Like you said, Mark Hamill's voice was deep.
What do you mean, Black Panther?
In the movie Black Panther?
No, Black Panther was sitting on the council.
No.
No.
Who was the dude then that had the necklace?
It's not a necklace.
No, the Black Panther's not in this. Not in this movie.
Before I saw Black Panther on the
No, he's too thin.
on the throne, dude.
That's Reed
That was
Richards.
right. That was Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's Reed Richards. A lot of people thought that was Black Panther. No way. First of all, there's no way they're going to give you any Black Panther until the Black Panther movie. Because they don't want to run the risk. Yeah, they don't want to run the risk of that being.
That's why you're not going to get Namor, who's an original member of the Illuminati.
Right.
You're going to wait.
But also, we do have to remember this. Also, the reason why, because we were talking before, JD, the reason why I'm accepting of what they're doing with this Illuminati is for the sole purpose of it's not sticking. It's a one and done thing. So not having Namor, not having the actual
that
the
we
real Tony
think
Stark.
of. That we think of, dude.
Let's put it this way: that Illuminati, some of them are not making out of that movie.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Okay.
I mean, you just said it.
I'm
You just
already-
said we might have more than one Mordo. So I'm like, that Mordo won't be the one to stay. We get our actual Mordo.
Yeah,
I lean more towards it being Nightmare than Mephisto again, because he keeps saying, "I have these dreams" or whatever.
Well, the only reason people are heavy on Mephisto is only because of Wanda. Nothing else about this strange movie screams Mephisto, except for Wanda being part of it. If Wanda wasn't part of it, no one would be thinking.
She's obviously
Mephisto.
being corrupted by the book.
Right.
Whatever the fuck.
We know that's his book, The Darkhold.
Darkhold.
So she's obviously being corrupted by that, and then it's just a matter of getting her to snap out of it. And it depends on how far they go, and does she snap out of it? We don't know. How does the universe change after this movie because of what happens with Wanda? It's really to look forward to. That's why it's called In the Multiverse. It is crazy. It's gonna be a crazy fucking movie on purpose.
I know.
It's in the name.
That's where I'm at right now. I wanted to see it.
I agree.
I wanted to see it more before I saw the preview than I do after I saw the preview.
Well, that I disagree with, but
Yeah, I
I do
definitely
agree that it's crazy, and like I hate like this whole multiple dimension shit. Sometimes
I hope I'm wrong. Let me say that. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
Right?
Look, I think it's going to be a good movie, but I said this when we got more information about what this movie was going to be. I'm not a fan of time travel. I'm not a fan of multiverse. I'm not a fan of none of that because all it does is complicate things. Right? It only complicates things. And then you get the people that don't think logically. Like they'll see Superior Iron Man and go, well, why can't we just keep that Iron Man? And it's like, that's not how this works. Right? So I'm
looking at that picture now and I'm like, I don't know. His eyes are glowing or her eyes are glowing. I don't know.
That's why I said Captain Marvel. Now, the person who actually did the Superior Iron Man comic came out today and said there is a version of his Superior Iron Man that does go into a mode like that.
Yeah, when he gets angry, he turns red. The blue turns red. That's all.
Right. So it's like, okay, but again, no.
It had shoulder pads. So
it just doesn't look like it. Like we've seen Iron Man a whole bunch of times. When did he look like that?
Yeah, that doesn't even look like a suit.
Right.
But
it does to me. Because if you look at the very first Iron Man costume, or excuse me, not the very first, not the bulky bucket head armor. I'm talking about the original red and gold armor that Rhodey ended up wearing, right? He had those short, thin shoulder pads, and that's what it looks like he has there.
Look at those hips, bro. Look at those hips.
Right,
those lady hips, bro.
Those are thick hips.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And as somebody that saw the new James Bond, it looks like the hips of Monica's mama. Those look like Monica's mama's hips.
There's a lot of energy going around.
That looks like a square jaw, though. That doesn't look like her jaw.
Well, the square jaw, remember, could be because of the lining of the mask.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm just, and that's what's bugging me out. I'm like, you know.
Well, that's you're not supposed to know either. You know, it's still too soon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You'll know by the end of March when we get another April.
Another trailer.
We get another
We're
trailer.
gonna get a whole bunch of leaks probably soon.
Because clearly they have no interest in hiding a whole bunch of this. Where that Illuminati scene would have been something we sat in theaters and saw, especially Xavier speaking. So I believe if Tom Cruise is Superior Iron Man, they will not show you that. But we will get a better eye on a few more of the members.
Dude, if he just came out and said Logan, I'd have crapped my pants.
No, but look, this movie, you were asking what do you do to top this? Secret Wars is how you top this.
But that's gonna be a series, bro. That's not gonna be a movie.
That's definitely gonna be a movie.
That's
definitely gonna be a movie. The Russo brothers.
Secret Invasion is gonna be
no. We're gonna get Secret Invasion, and then we're probably gonna get the second version of Secret Wars, not the original version.
No, I know what you mean, Joe. I know what you mean.
Wait.
But Secret Wars is definitely going to be an event movie.
The sequel where Boom Boom was walking around the Earth with the Beyonder, or do you mean the Gabriel Del Auto black cover Secret Wars where it was a 5-inch?
Like the Doctor Doom one. I think we'll get a version of that.
Oh no. That was the third one.
Whatever. You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing, dude. No, I didn't know what you mean.
The most recent version.
The most recent one where we got White Doctor Doom.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yes. That was a good Secret Wars, dude. You know,
1,000% need the Liberace 80s outfit Beyonder.
Yeah, they'll probably combine all the fucking Secret Wars. So we'll probably get Beyonder instead of White Doctor.
But you know the one that the Secret War that I was talking about, right?
Of course.
The third one. That it was a 5-issue miniseries. That it was more like a tech.
It was like a 9-issue miniseries.
It was 9.
It
was.
So.
I don't know. That
played it to be 7, and then it went to fucking 9.
Yeah,
you talk about when Doctor Doom beat the Beyonder and took over and just reworked the world in his image.
See, wait a second. Now I'm getting confused. Right? Are you talking about this one?
Yeah, God Doom.
Okay, no. All right.
That's recent.
All right. that's the most recent one, right?
Yeah.
There was the original Secret Wars that the
Which
toys
was the black costume Spider-Man, Hulk holding
Okay.
up the mountain.
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
The sequel
And
to
there was
that,
two.
right, where we were introduced to Boom Boom, and she was teaching the Beyonder what it was like to live on Earth, right?
Right.
Yeah, I lost it. You got
No, you know what? I don't remember a lot of that one. I read it once. And that was
Okay,
it.
Boom.
So
New
that was
Mutants
the
Boom
sequel.
Boom.
That was
That movie?
yeah, Boom Boom. Right,
From
New
New
Mutants, Boom
Mutants.
Boom. Right. So she debuted in there. Then prior to this, to the God Doom Secret Wars, there was another Secret Wars miniseries where I think the artist was Gabriel Del Auto.
What? Oh shit! I know what black cover, one character, first appearance of Quake.
Yeah,
No. That is
Yes.
completely different. I have all those issues.
yes.
I don't even consider that Secret War because
That's a
it's like a stealth mission.
title only.
Fucking Latveria.
Right.
Title only. That was like a whole Nick Fury thing.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
like 5 or 6 issues.
That's
exactly
what
right.
I'm saying. It was 5 issues. Yes.
Yeah, but they're not gonna do that,
Yes.
obviously. Not that.
Well, I was
Yeah.
asking. That's what I was asking. I don't know.
Sorry,
Remember
man.
after Luke
Yeah.
Cage, and everyone got attacked by all the villains.
I totally
Yeah.
forgot about that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny. It's because I have all those issues, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about?
You see, internet. I'm not crazy. You see?
That was a couple years before the
And
new one.
I was listening to the conversation while I was out of the room. Jay, to answer your question, how do you top this? How do you top Doc Strange in the multiverse?
right.
I got 2 words for you.
Go.
Galactus.
Hell
I
yeah, that's
love
always
it.
Endgame.
Well,
bro.
that's the be all to end all. That's how you end it.
That's always Endgame.
Yeah, that's how you end it. And then I can tell you right now, there's no way to top that once you end that. Once you do
Yeah.
that, there is
To me,
nothing.
that's the next Thanos. That's Endgame.
Right.
That's
And you
I think
know-
that's
you know
what's
what,
coming
Joel?
because
You
I
know
think
what I would
that's
actually. This is
what
what I
was
would
set up.
suggest for Marvel. What are we saying Star Wars should do right now? Small movie, right?
Mhm.
If you're Marvel after Galactus, just do shows. Just do shows that maybe you could build up into doing an event film again, but you don't need to do any more movies after that. Because what I don't even know what you could build into after Galactus. Like what else? What else is there? You're doing all this stuff with the Eternals, so I think we'll get to all the high evolutionary and stuff like that. So it's like I don't know how you could ever top that. I don't know how you could top Galactus.
Yeah,
Kinda
Galactus
just
should
chosen.
be held for a later date.
Oh, 1,000%.
See, but Galactus is the other side of the coin to the fucking I was gonna say the Eternals, to the Celestials.
Yeah.
And they already showed us they're gonna go down that Earth X path, right?
Mhm.
Where the Celestials are that they're born on planets that have vibranium, right? Because the vibranium is the eggshell, and then the planet is formed fucking around them.
And Galactus's sole purpose was to keep the celestial population in check. And
Yes.
he only eats planets with celestial seeds.
Yes, yes,
Makes
yes.
sense.
Great concept.
It's all written. It's perfect sense.
Yep.
Yep.
It's all here.
So it's carving
So-
itself out. It's carving
So
itself
then, him coming to Earth, that's the equivalent of him eating balut. And yes,
out. What?
You guys don't know what that is, do you? Oh, it's so gross looking. Not to shit on nobody's fucking culinary delights in other countries, but whoa.
yeah.
We'll leave that for people's imagination. Let's get to some of these comments before we.
Google that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shout out to Trayvon. Trayvon, you got to just let this go. No, the person sitting in the chair was not Black Panther or Killmonger. You got to let Killmonger go, Trayvon. He's never coming back. The character's just never.
He'll be
coming
back in spirit. Yeah.
Coming back in the multiverse of madness. That's what he's coming back on. Dude.
No. Look, Marvel does better writing than that. They just you just know better. That would be one that I would probably start to. My faith in Feige would wane if Black Panther was Killmonger.
We already had a multiverse Killmonger. He's trapped in the fucking little jewel with.
That is
fucking-
true.
If you watch
Whatever
What
the
If,
fuck.
right?
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
where your multiverse Killmonger is at, right there.
Right. So
Go
you can
back
just
and
go
watch
back and
it.
watch What If anytime.
And that was a good arc.
Um,
That really was a good arc. Right?
I
It was
think
cool.
that is our Mordo in the Illuminati. I do not. Her fingertips being black. I mainly don't think that that's our Mordo because he's filling in as the Sorcerer Supreme. And we clearly know Wong in our universe is the Sorcerer Supreme. So unless they were swindled, which I find it hard to believe the smartest minds are swindled. Like, yeah, sure, I guess you're the Sorcerer Supreme. We don't really need proof. Her fingertips being black are an indicator, I think. Well, no, her fingertips being black is because she's using the Darkhold too much. That's what happened to Agatha.
Sign of corruption.
Right. I saw an Iron Man that has Infinity Stones that could explain him powering up like that, and I saw a theory that it's two different characters we are seeing. I'm going to say this again.
Say what?
If Iron Man has Infinity Stones, you don't need an Illuminati. That would make absolutely no sense. You would just have Iron Man governing everything. I think you guys are forgetting what you just saw the Infinity Stones do. like think about if Endgame had two main villains, Thanos and then someone else. You would go, isn't Thanos enough? Why would we need a secondary villain? That's overkill, right? If Stark has the stones, there is no need for a guy that has telepathy, a guy who can stretch his body, someone who knows magic, and someone who has radiation power. You just wouldn't need any of those things. You would just have the guy with the 5 gauntlets. I mean, with the 5 Infinity Stones. So no, I don't think he has. If he does, again, sounds like poor writing. And it's 6, right, Joel? Is that what you were saying? Yeah. Okay. I read your mind. I thought so. The man corrects me so much, I could just feel it.
Knuckles and here.
No, because look, I sometimes just speak so much that Joel's like, no, you meant May. And I'm like, what did I say? You said August. I'm like, fuck, I did. I didn't even hear that. Okay, yeah, May. But anyway, so yeah, I'm excited for this multiverse of madness. Joel, me and you just talked about this on our podcast yesterday. It's going to be freaky. It's going to be weird. You guys are going to hold on to things that you shouldn't. But again, I blame that on the fact that the multiverse exists more so than I do you guys just not willing to let go. I can't blame you. I can't blame you guys. But all right, last thing, Jaydee, before you show off your figures, I wanted to show this off. Wait, sorry, didn't want to show that off. But you know, happy accident, right? Happy accident. How did that pop up there? What? All right, my mistake.
Flex.
I'm sorry.
What did I see?
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, you must be super sleepy. I guess that's what that was. Yeah, I don't know.
Just saw a gray screen, honestly. I really didn't see anything.
It's okay. It was actually an accident. I didn't do it on purpose. I was trying to do this.
Oh.
So we got our first official set photo of Michael Keaton during Batgirl. This is Michael Keaton on set for Batgirl. This is what the suit somewhat will look like. We because again, we saw a lot of Robert Pattinson's behind the scenes and we were like, yikes. And then we saw it in the trailer and it's like, okay, looks better there. But this is Michael Keaton. Obviously, clearly a body double.
Yeah, let's say like a
body double. But Pete, how are you digging these Keaton's back vibes? Seeing him actually in the suit.
Suit looks like it moves a lot more than it used to.
It's flexible.
Yeah,
he can turn his titties. That's for sure.
Yeah,
those are some serious bat pecs right there.
Yeah, but you can see like the abs are like there's ripples.
Yeah,
right.
It's only there for stunts. I think it's a stunt suit.
Probably, yeah.
His suit will be way more.
Way, if Michael Keaton in a suit, it's awesome, but still, it's not the old suit that I'm used to seeing.
Right.
No, it's not.
I was just
not stiff enough yet.
I was just very excited to see this because as I was telling Joel, my fear was you brought him back just to kind of make everybody else important. But the fact that he still suits up, you know what I'm saying, is really dope. I want to see him fight. I want to see his Batman fight. So this is just our first step in seeing. And obviously, for you and Jaydee, Pete, this photo was attached to a video, and the video is of Commissioner Gordon with this Batman. So look, this Flash movie is gonna explain a lot, so that by the time we get to Batgirl, seeing a Batman that's not his will make so much more sense than it does looking at these set photos and videos. But I love it. And JD, as I pass it to you, clearly, one of Michael Keaton's stipulations was, I better be able to move my fucking neck.
Right.
And it looks like this somewhat does that. It looks like it meets it in the middle. Like he could at least do this. Like he can't maybe do that, but he can go here with it. What are your thoughts on the look, JD, of this suit?
I've said this in past episodes. I'm Batmaned out.
Why'd you ask him, Jordan? Jesus.
I'm Batmaned out.
I don't understand what those words mean, JD. I tell you, those are the most foreign words I've ever heard in my life.
I know Joe has gone on a tear trying to get tickets for the flick. I don't really care. I'm Batman.
You're gonna regret that, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna regret. You know what? You know what I can see JD doing? Joel, what did I do for the Miles Morales animated Spider-Man movie? Where you were like, yo, I'm gonna go see it. I'm like, I don't really have any interest, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw it one day and I texted you. I was like, bro, oh my God, this was so goddamn good. Right. You're like, I've only been telling you for forever to go see it. JD, there will be an episode where you go, I checked it out. I fucking loved it. Batman's back. It's in my veins. I can't wait to see what's next. It's gonna happen. It's what Batman does to your soul, JD. It's okay.
Dude, I cried at fucking Spider-Man No Way Home. I cried. I did. I cried multiple times. I don't think I'm going to cry in Pattinson Batman. I don't think I'm going to cry in Batgirl, Keaton Batman. The emotional stakes and gravity are not going to hit me or top, I think, what just happened in No Way Home.
Well, no, don't compare it. But I think seeing him after all this time suited up again, it might not bring you to tears, of course. It's not going to be.
Care. If it was fucking Adam West, he'd give a fuck.
No, you know what's funny? Because Keaton, you know, that first Batman was my Batman. But it's like, you know, that's how I feel right now, dude. I'd rather see Black Panther 2 than Batgirl. Or The Flash multiverse.
That's not fair comparison. Who wouldn't?
Or
well, no. I vehemently disagree with that. I'd much rather see Batgirl because at least I know that's Batgirl, that's Batman. The number one question of Black Panther is, who the fuck is living up to the name of the movie? Who is the Black Panther?
I know.
That's the biggest mystery.
I have no interest in how much the answer to that will stress the fuck out of me. So I'd much rather put my faith.
Great, because the irony of all that is, it's like Black Panther prior to the 90s was a mishandled property. It wasn't until Marvel Knights that Black Panther became a serious contender. I mean, did he move from the C to the B characters? You know, and it wasn't until the Boseman flick did he become a fucking A character. So the fact that Black Panther 2, right? The fact that Black Panther 2 is all over the place. It's like, oh, all right. Even though it wasn't intentional, it's indicative of the way the character was held through the 60s and the 70s when it came to producing his run. You know, dude, the Black Panther at one point was a Punisher style character. You know, he lived in Harlem and he took out vigilantes. He was nothing that we saw in Black Panther, the movie, the tech genius that he was. So
yeah, but that lends even more to what I'm saying. That makes it worse, JD. You've given me the taste of the good life, of the good Black Panther. Yeah. Now I have to readjust to something else. That might be something else. That might lead to something else that's more permanent. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, we don't. Marvel
I will
Knights, Black
take my
Panther.
time.
Why would you do that? Why would you go backwards? Well, who works
right?
Backwards?
Right. But no, when it comes to Black Panther, JD, I'm taking my time. When I get there is when I get there.
Okay.
But Batwoman is exciting because obviously there's rumors of
Batwoman or Batgirl?
Not Batgirl. I'm sorry. Because of the rumors of Nightwing possibly being in it, seeing what Nightwing could look like in this universe. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I'm very excited.
Who's Batgirl? Haley Steinfeld?
No, why was that the first thing you thought of? God, is AJ part of this show? God, that's the only time I hear that name. It's fucking AJ.
She's really cute, I like her.
No, listen. I thought she should have won an Oscar for fuck that movie she did with Matt Damon and Jeff Bridges. I thought she was fucking phenomenal in that movie.
I can't help it. Every time I have to do it.
Too great.
So I'm a fan of the actress. I just was wondering why that was the only name Jaydee had. Like, Jaydee was like, I don't have any other name in mind.
She's a hot girl right now. She's the marketable name.
She is.
You know, come on. Who is it? The girl from In the Heights? Come on, man. She can't sell tickets on her own, bro. She can't.
I don't know if we know that.
It's on HBO Max. You don't have to sell tickets.
Point.
Now, to be fair, we don't think it will stay that way. But if it does,
it's the same.
You need to sell tickets. You need to sell subscriptions, and anything sells subscriptions.
Michael Keaton's in the movie as Batman. Sold my ticket.
Right. People are gonna buy that as opposed to Leslie Grace tickets.
Well,
but
no, listen, listen.
What
But time out. That's not fair, Jaydee, and here's why.
Okay.
You can make a strong case. Anthony Hopkins sold Thor more so than Chris Hemsworth or Tom Hiddleston did.
Oh, that's right, and that's the way that Gene Hackman sold the tickets more than Christopher Reeve did for
100%.
Right. But you got to let her work up to that. That's all I'm saying.
Jack Nicholson over Michael Keaton. That's how it works.
Yeah, you got to let her build up to it. She got to build up to it. I think she can get there. All right, really quickly, Jaydee.
Holy shit! So wait, is Jack Nicholson gonna be an older
Jack Nicholson
Joker?
Is dead. Well, not Jack Nicholson. The Joker.
Died?
I was about to say, whoa, Joel, hold on. I just saw him at a Lakers game.
I mean, obviously, that could be changed because obviously with the whole universe thing, so maybe Joker's alive at this point, but we don't know. We'll see.
I tell
It's
you
the
what,
multiverse.
Right.
It won't be after Flash. It'll be our universe.
I mean, there'll still be a multiverse, but it's going to be, honestly, it'll probably be more linear going forward, and they'll be more specific on what's separate.
Right. Mr. E says anybody but T'Challa, basically. Yes. Essentially.
Again, T'Challa will be,
Right.
Winston Duke. I'm sorry.
It would be funny if Marlon Wayans is Nightwing. I actually have something Marlon Wayans possibly.
I would not laugh, but he was originally supposed to be Robin, yes, years ago.
I will say
he made more money for not being Robin than he did on the Wayans show.
Really? Well, I had no idea.
Fuck yeah, dude.
No,
I will say this. If we are ever going to see that, I would much rather that be when we get a Spider-Verse version of Batman. And like you do it more so as like a playful tactic, like, hey, look at my Nightwing. And it's like, oh God, what the fuck? Like why? Why is that your Nightwing? Because I put Marlon Wayans almost being Nightwing in the same thing as when Jack Black showed up at the MTV Awards as Spider-Man, and everyone was like, his Spider-Man should be in the No Way Home. And I'm like, yeah, it's to be playful, sure, but not really to mean anything. So I kind of put it more so in that sphere. Because look, he saved himself. Because God knows, I forgot about the actor that was Robin in those movies.
Chris O'Donnell?
Yeah, I forgot who he was.
He was supposed to be Robin in Batman Returns, I believe.
Oh, that's right. You are right. Yeah, that movie didn't need a Robin. I was glad it did. Yeah, I was glad it did. It didn't need one. But all right. So Jaydee, we are now on you. You got some figures to show us off. Like I said, you've been gone for 12 summers.
All right. So I've been popping them in and out. So I've only got this last bit here to show, and they are the retro figures, and they are the Hammerhead, which okay, goes very well.
Cards.
Look at classic Hammerhead.
That is very classic.
Man, goes very well against the Kingpin that I got over there on the retro card, which is a huge monster figure.
Yes, it is.
And then we've got Hobgoblin, and it's not scaled armor; it's nice and smooth, so it is right from the cartoon, right? And I mean, great cards. Well, not perfect, but whatever. Right off the fucking bat. And I was able to fucking complete my armadillo
Armadillo.
I'm
You want
a
Armadillo, but you don't
dillo.
want Rintra? The fuck?
So I'm feeling that, baby. I'm feeling that.
Yo,
I'm trying to unload some of the other figures that I really don't want from that set, like Circuitry Suit Spider-Man and Shriek and J. Jonah Jameson.
I mean,
But
I'll
not
take
Miles
Circuitry
Morales.
Suit Spider-Man, the black and gold.
Shriek was
Yeah.
really frustrating to be part of that set. Like,
Oh
why?
man,
Why
but
are
I
you
get
here?
it. She was in Venom. I get it. You know.
Yeah, but there was an actual Venom line though. Put her in there. The fuck you put her in this?
I know.
Like, there was an actual Venom set that came out. Don't put her in this. It's so
They could have given someone else. Yeah.
Don't
Tobey
forget-
Maguire's Spider-Man. Like, I would have much rather that. Go ahead, Pete.
Don't forget, everybody. Jay, if you're unloading figures at this point, or if anybody's unloading anything, be careful, because once you go over that $600 mark, the government is coming for your fundings. You
That
will
is
get
true.
a 1099 immediately.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I gotta print out my W-2s.
Yeah. That's
Be
fine.
careful of that, because if you ain't got receipts, that's capital gains tax of like 41%. So
Thank you for reminding me, Pete. I wanted to sell by the black market, so thank you for reminding me.
you're better off cash, honestly, cash or something like that. And also, some people will say, oh, well, we could just do friends and family on PayPal or Venmo. And yes, you can, if the person is trustworthy, if you know them, if they have references. If you don't know them, you might as well just throw your money on the stoop and wait for somebody to come pick it up.
Or
But-
Pete, I'll even say this. Or let's get into trades, man. Let's get into trades. You got to figure I want. I got to figure you want. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go.
But again, I've seen a lot of horror stories where people trade stuff online in the groups and they just don't get their shit in return or something. And I will say that if you don't have references for somebody, if you don't know them, like if you and I would have traded stuff, like I'm going to put this in the mail, I trust you to put whatever you're sending me in the mail, obviously. But if you don't know somebody, the better thing to do, and again, this goes back to money changing hands, is whatever the agreed upon price of the objects are, send each other the money and then send each other the figures.
The product.
Or the toy.
Or meet in a neutral dark alley like the old days.
Or meet in a neutral dark alley, have one of your boys in the car, he's got one of his boys, and you
Keep
just have the
engine
world's
on.
dirtiest drug deal.
That's
Right.
how you do it, baby.
Right.
No,
You snort
toys.
cocaine.
It's just
Right.
toys.
Yeah.
I've done it. I've met plenty of people in really weird places and done very back alley fucking deals for like comic books and toys and shit. It's wild, but it's funny. Because I'm sitting there with my fingers crossed. Like every time I'm really up to no good, the cops do kind of roll past, but I want them to roll past and be like, what are they doing? It's like nothing.
These are toys. And it's like, is that code for cocaine? No, they're actual toys.
They smash the toy and think there's drugs in it. Like, motherfucker, you know how much that costs?
Dude, do you?
There's a toy show coming up in Wayne, New Jersey soon. Are you guys? Any of you guys going?
I heard about that.
Where?
Let's find out when that
Wayne?
is. I would go.
Yeah.
Wayne?
Yo, I'm sorry, Joe. That has me dying. I could see a cop do that, breaking your figure in half. Is there drugs in here? There's
Where are the
drugs. A toy. Like, I sold a kidney to get this. What is wrong with you?
You guys never saw Running Scared?
Nerd.
You
Oh,
Running
fuck
Scared?
you.
Is that why you said that?
Wait, would you say JD?
You guys saw Running Scared? Is that why you said that?
No, but I did see Running Scared. But that's not why I
I
said that.
have been running scared. Oh,
With Gregory Hines, Billy Crystal?
I don't remember that.
Been a long time.
Oh man.
Been a long time.
So
Oh,
they,
Wayne's
had,
not
they,
that-
had they had priests come off a plane from South America with toys, and the toys were made out of the cocaine.
Wow.
I remember that. Yes.
Wow. I mean, I've seen it before. I forgot where else that was. Oh. Titans. The live action Titans. There's drugs inside the dolls.
Yes, there was
Really?
drugs inside the dolls. Yep.
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 You guys
Look,
remember
you
that
really
horror
want to
story
tell
from the guy bought a fucking Showcase 4 first Silver Age Flash, but it was coming in from Canada, and the customs agent just, I don't know, didn't know shit. So they see a fucking comic book that's insured for like $10,500 or whatever. So they don't believe it. They figure there's something hidden in it. They broke the CGC case open, went through the comic book. Oh yeah.
You know what?
I
was
have photos of
things
that
like
the guy posted.
When
I
things
say-
like that happen, I should be given an option like a video game. Either A, sue, or B, he has to fight me one-on-one. Like those should just be my
There was
options.
definitely a lawsuit involved there. It's too much
I
money.
should get an option though, Pete, that I can go right outside. Now, look, my option won't work out if he beats my ass, but I should be given the opportunity to go fight for my own honor.
Tell me he got his insurance money though.
I hope so. I mean, I can only imagine that they did, because they wouldn't have found any drugs in the thing anyway. Are you going to fit drugs in a CGC case? You ain't fitting that much cocaine, not $10,000 worth.
Holy
Bro,
shit.
I just have to ask, is it that bad, drug dealers? Is it that bad that you have to mess up me getting my figures? Really? Like, come on.
Wow.
Look, aren't you guys going back to putting it in caskets or however else you guys get it in to the United States? Figure something else out. Stop trying to use the toy angle. Goodness gracious.
That's fucked up.
Heartbreaking.
What else you got, JD?
Oh, that's shit.
That was it.
That was
I
it.
showed you guys throughout the whole show. I showed you the retro style.
No. JD, we haven't seen you since 2012. There's no way that's all you've collected since then.
I got the Kingpin. I got the retro card. All right, you wanna do an unboxing, an Amazon unboxing live?
I personally want to see you buy a toy online.
Share your screen. Let's do this.
Share your screen. Let's buy some figures. Actually, you know what? Joe, get on here and buy figures with us.
What the fuck is Joe? He's talking shit on the chat. Get on here.
Here we go. Here's Amazon unboxing. Okay.
I am intrigued.
Here
This-
we go. Here we go. All right. You turn this son of a bitch open.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, wait. Joe said Saturday, March 5th is the next Wayne, New Jersey toy show.
Is that
I'm
what-
down with
what
that.
is it?
I'm done.
When?
All right.
Oh, May 5th. May 5th.
May 5th.
No, what's up? I don't get no mood music. No. This is my first fucking ever unboxing, guys.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. March 5th. March 5th,
I'm about to
Joel.
say it. I
And,
might be busy.
yeah, and JD, to you, I only have porn music. I'm sorry.
Works.
Let me hear it.
YouTube's real nasty about music copyrights, man. Like,
Yes. Bro, Pete, do you know they just completely tried to take down one of our videos? Joel, the episode me and you did yesterday. We played
What?
no audio, just video. And they gave us a strike for that. Like, bro, it was just audio. There was
I'll
no
give
sound.
him a strike. You show me to the guy and I'll not play.
You ready? You
Yeah.
ready?
Tell me.
Oh, Star Wars. I already know.
You already know what's in it? You already know what's
You
in it?
I don't
spoiled
know
it.
what's it.
You already know? You already know? Any hints? Any,
Put money
any
on it.
ideas? Any guesses?
Let me get my DraftKings ready. Hold on.
Any guesses?
Wait. Show me first and then let me guess.
Any guesses? What do we got? Mando. Pete, what do you got?
I don't even know enough fucking Star Wars characters. I'm gonna get some sort of Mandalorian with little Grogu.
Okay. Joel, what you got?
Damn. It's some type of bounty hunter.
Some type of bounty hunter.
Oh, it's big. Look at that.
Oh, shiny!
Yeah.
Birdie.
I was right.
So was I technically.
Yes,
So the card,
to a degree you were.
Very
not
general.
not really a straight card. Well, here it is.
Mm.
But on the sides, not
It
really.
looked bigger than it was. I was like, wow, is it big?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how the box came. There was no
I was
wrapping.
gonna
no
say
bubble wrap.
Rancor. They kinda didn't say
tissue.
that.
So you know.
Sometimes
it got
Amazon
zipped
is so disrespectful.
Yeah, but it is our Beskar armor, Mando, baby.
Nice.
Yeah. My first ever unboxing. But you know what's fucked up? I bought him, and then I saw the Walmart stuff that had the Frozen Spider deluxe set. And I'm like, oh, I would have went for that. I would have went for that guy.
I want one with the dark saber. I want a dark saber. Period.
Oh,
If they
well,
come out with like a straight up lightsaber, dark saber, I'll spend $400 or $500 on that.
he's on Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I'll be right back.
No, I love that. I can't wait till hopefully they do it for the Boba series set. I want a Mando that comes with the Darksaber.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I want that because I'm sick of taking the Darksaber from my oh god, what was his name?
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon, and putting it in the big ass hands of the Mando that they released for the 6-inch. It's so small, bro. It's so small. They make Mando's hands so massive compared to Moff Gideon's. Like, goodness gracious. Come on, Pedro. How big are those goddamn hands, bro?
Yeah.
Good.
So So the only other right, because you got the Moff Gideon that has the
yes. Yep, that's the exact one. Yep, with his little prostitute pistol. That's the pistol that prostitutes pull out when you get aggressive.
Okay, now I can see it. That's a better angle.
The thigh high.
Snub nose 22 right there.
Yes. That's what every cop has in his ankle.
Yeah. But then I'm sorry. Here's the other retro figure that I got.
Oh, I like that. You know what?
Negative Spider-Man.
Let me say this, Jaydee. You know what is such a underutilized thing for Spider-Man figures? Pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza. It's not used enough. It's such a great visual seeing him eat pizza.
Truthfully,
here's the unfortunate thing. It's that this is the same body as the original Pizza Spider-Man, right? So you got the you got the different sets of hands, but you couldn't give me the alternate head.
That's what I'm saying. The head with the mask up and pizza actually in his mouth. Like, come on, that's
right.
like
because you know what? That head would have worked for the Black Symbiote Spider-Man.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
That looks like Agent Venom's head, honestly.
100%.
Yeah, it's a lot like that.
Because the eyes are hollowed out. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm telling you,
it's not full weight.
I'm telling you, as they were developing that, somebody was just like, "Bro, we have an enormous amount of these heads right over here. You want to just use these?" It's like,
that's supposed to be Spidey when he got touched by Mr. Negative, right?
I believe so.
Is it? Because Mr. Negative is somewhat new, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more.
I think they just slapped the retro card back on that.
It looks like the spot because the pizza has pepperoni on it. But what's it say? It just says Spider-Man on it.
He was never like this on. Yeah, just says Spider-Man on it.
I don't remember him being that way in the cartoon.
Oh no,
negative zone pizza.
Yeah, negative zone. So it's a negative zone Spider-Man.
You know what the thing is? Like, yeah, pizza's more New York and Spider-Man is New York, but Spidey's always being depicted eating hot dogs. Every time he's with another superhero, Luke Cage, Daredevil, Johnny Storm's nephew, Franklin, even Loki. They're sitting on the rooftop eating hot dogs. They should have been a hot dog Spider-Man.
Would have been nice if they kept.
I don't disagree. And
Pete,
you made a mistake. I don't like to correct you when you do that, but New Jersey has the best pizza. But whatever.
What
anyway.
the fuck?
Who said that? That was weird.
That again.
That's so crazy.
Just stop.
Somebody's interrupting our broadcast. That's weird. YouTube does.
Don't make me bring the thing out there and bust your ass.
All right. Before we get out of here,
I got one.
Oh, go ahead, Pete.
What you got, Pete?
This was a pre-order from like over a year ago. I'm very excited about this. He's a big boy.
Oh, goddamn. I thought you bought a child.
The Giga Power Superator, also known as Grimlock. I ordered the chrome one, and now this is an empty box. I already took a look at this because I could not.
Like a dinosaur?
I couldn't wait for this. Let me tell you, he's a big boy. He's
a spicy meatball.
Come on, you bastard. Come on.
This belt bronze.
This does not want to cut. When it's that good, you just don't want to come out of the box.
I tired phone like fighting you.
There he is.
Oh, that's a beauty.
So he comes in robot mode. I cannot wait to transform this guy into his dinosaur because that's how he's gonna. What's that?
The legs come out this way.
So.
Yep. You gotta lift the little latch. The ratchets are mad tight on this, but yeah, full.
I love that.
Full extension.
Woo!
And he comes with his little king crown, me Grimlock King.
That is awesome.
And just a whole slew of weapons and stuff. This was 100% worth the money. And Big Bad Toy Store just did not come through on this one. This was from TF Source that they got it first. And sure enough, I am so thrilled with this day. He literally is about another 4 inches above MP10 Optimus Prime.
Let me
And-
Pete, let me ask, you ever ordered from the Chosen Prime?
I've never ordered from there. No, I've heard of it. I'm about to order my first things from Show Z, which is another Transformers store.
Never heard of them. Okay.
They're straight imports, and you'll pay a little bit less. It'll take longer to get here, but you know, you're looking at maybe $25 to $50 less on some things.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try ordering those. They've been coming out with the MP52 and MP52 pluses. There's Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skyward, you know, the Seekers, but I don't know, Takara kind of dropped the ball because they're mad short. Like, they're a good head and a half under Megatron. Yeah, Starscream's smaller than him, but he's not that much smaller.
Right,
So
right.
another company called Deformation Space came out with their own Seekers basically at the same time, and they're really nice looking. They're colored a little bit lighter. Starscream's face is a little bit lighter. I know the original Starscream's face had a very there's no fun way to say this. Had a very black face, so you couldn't see any detail on it. Sorry. And like, so the Deformation Space one is a little bit lighter, so you can see, like, it's a little bit more cartoony, so you can actually see the damn thing.
The one was
it's
dark
also
gray.
a little bit taller.
Right.
I hear the transformation is a real bitch, though, so I'm not looking forward to any of these transformations. Like, the directions are horse shit. I gotta look at like YouTube videos back and forth. Like,
Right.
The best.
Yeah.
Just
I can't do
goes
that.
out.
I still have never been able to do one side of a Rubik's Cube. So I definitely know I can't transform anything.
Transformers is much easier than a Rubik's Cube.
You say that, Joel. So you got to transform one of those fucking things.
I used to
Oh, man.
transform them all the time.
That
Like,
big? That big?
Yeah, even the big ones. I transformed all of them.
Yeah. 'cause
Some of
to
the
me-
big ones had 3 different fucking forms.
Yeah, once you transformed,
I
you
didn't
weren't
say
coming
that
back.
incorrectly.
Yeah, once Optimus was a truck, he was never.
I had
Optimus.
optimal Optimus. That motherfucker was a vehicle, a beast, and a robot.
Oh, yeah, I would have said pick one. Whatever you come out of the box as is what you stay. I'll
That's
never.
it.
Now he's got his sword.
I don't know where the fuck he's
Oh,
at
look at
now.
that.
Yeah.
All right,
Gee.
let's read some of these comments before we wrap it up here. Joe says, I don't know about Hopkins being the selling point for Thor. Anthony Hopkins may be knighted, but I think Marvel fans are seeing Thor regardless.
Well, no. You're looking at it the wrong way. Marvel
That's
fans, I was watching Thor regardless of who the fuck was there. But
Right.
not everybody, and not the general
No.
public.
Again, Joe, there's a reason why even Feige says it was a risk starting the universe with those characters over more popular characters. Thor was not that popular, especially then. Enough for people to just go, oh, lightning hammer, I'm there. No, not enough. So it was seeing a familiar face. Again, for some people, it was just a hammer and lightning that sold them. But no, Thor was nowhere near as popular as he is now for people to just go there for Thor.
No, none of them.
Yeah, nowhere near. None of them.
The Hulk was probably the most popular character.
Hulk was the most
At that
popular,
point,
100%. 1,000%.
of the Avengers, yeah.
Okay, how about Chris O'Donnell coming back as Robin? Yeah, again, no, absolutely not.
I like it. Let's do it.
And Jaydee, when you were asking us to guess, Mr. E thought you were pulling a Luke out. And he was upset to see that he was wrong. He was like, damn it.
Oh, I'm
son
sorry,
of a bitch."
Mr. E.
We got
And
man.
you know what, Mr. E, I will say my advantage to guessing correctly was I have podcasted with this gentleman, Jaydee, since February of last year. So I know him well enough to know what I could assume he'd be interested in Star Wars figure wise. And I just
That's fucked up,
immediately
kid.
Mando.
You profiled me.
I immediately was
Profiled
just
me.
like, what would JD want? Mando. Has to be Mando. Just has to be. It just has to be. No, I'm totally bullshitting. I pulled that out of my ass. I was just like, Mando. And it was like, it was Mando.
Mandalorian.
Well, there you go. But no, I am so happy to have JD back, especially to have him back to tell him congratulations
Thank you, guys.
ahead of time for next
Thanks.
week, man. We are
Oh,
so
man.
happy for you.
Thank you, fellas.
It is a
Appreciate it.
blessing. And look, you getting married takes you off the board from Rosario Dawson. So there's no better feeling than knowing I don't have to worry about that
Fair
anymore.
enough. Fair enough.
I can just meet her one day and go, look, I don't have competition. I know you thought there might be some out there, but I don't. I don't have it. I know you
Real
thought maybe
single,
Joel
I'm
would come out of
single, you're a
nowhere.
man. I'm, I'm a
Yeah,
man.
come
you're
on.
a woman.
Yeah, I'm the last man on
I
earth.
stand
right?
aside for the better man. There we
Yeah,
go.
look at her.
Right?
She
Come
looks
on.
so concerned for her life right there.
No, she's very turned on. She looks like if we weren't in front of people, we'd be in my hotel room. And Rosario, I would. Whatever you need, I'm there for.
She's like,
You know?
he is
Who the
staring
fuck
right
is this
through me.
kid
Look
asking
at
me
that.
shit right now?
So, okay, so hold on. We're leaving, but no one else sees her biting her lip intensely. You guys
Yeah.
just want to ignore that?
That's fear.
I see it.
That's
I
not
see it.
fear.
It
That's
looks a little concerned.
She's
Okay.
trying to
that
curse
looks
you out right
concerning.
now.
It looks
You
like
guys
she's
are
worried.
haters. It's okay. You guys are
Where do you
haters.
see
That is,
desire in those eyes?
that is a lip bite right there. Who bites their lip when they're nervous?
I do.
That's sexual.
Juwan, I thought like when you zoomed in, I thought we was gonna get like some football commentary, like with the lines and like
bro, I do that on my own time. I have John Madden night with Rosario all the time. But anyway,
And that's why she was biting her lip like that.
She was like,
no, but ask Joelle. Ask Joelle. We had a moment there where I was trying to get in edgewise to ask a question, and she was like, "It's okay. I'm gonna get to your question. Don't you worry." And I was like,
I think 10 people trying to ask her questions.
I was like, I'm sorry, did you leave your key for me for your hotel? I thought that's what she was alluding to. But anyway, I'm just saying, Jaydee, I was that close and you weren't. Who cares? Anyway, congratulations, Jaydee. Congratulations.
I took that picture. Not playing.
Thank you.
No, actually, Joel did take one of those pictures, but shout out to Dakota. He took that specific photo.
He did take that.
Because I remember he texted me right after and was like, "Is this a good one?" I'm like, "Fuck yes, that's a perfect photo. I am putting it everywhere now."
Nice.
So shout out to Dakota. But no, seriously, Jaydee, we can't be any prouder of you, man. We love you. All the support in the world. Definitely huge for you, man. And we can't wait to see you on the other side of getting married. Hopefully it doesn't have to be another 12 winters before we get you on another podcast.
His beard will be up to here by then.
Right, yeah, it'll be full.
This is coming off by next week, guys.
That tells you how long it's going to be till we see you again.
The whole trim around.
Look at that.
Right. JD's going to look completely different. He's going to be speaking different. Everything will be different.
Oh, yes, I'll come back here with my professional.
Right. No, but definitely shouts out. We're glad we could pod with you, man. Yes, he's so dignified now. He has a collar. He has the whole
thing. Have the robe.
He has the ascot. What the fuck you got an ascot?
Yeah.
No, you know what? We do have to do a robe episode. We do have to do a robe episode because Pete, one person in the comments was loving the look. You did the robe episode. So I'm like, fuck it, we'll do a robe episode.
I think
but no, I want to thank Joe, Mr. E. My dad was excited to see the whole crew back together.
Awesome. What's up,
so he was very happy to see that. Trayvon popped in here for a few, so shout out to Trayvon. Thank you guys for tuning in. All these episodes for Figure It Out won't be live, but I just really didn't want to have to edit much. So
but life is fun. Life is fun.
Yeah. Just warn us ahead of time so we know.
I tell you guys, going forward, if Juwan ever is live, it's because I don't have any interest in editing. So that's why I go live. Yeah, I don't go live to talk to any of you people. I just go live. I have to edit later.
I'm right. I understand completely, brother.
Editing,
bro, and here's the crazy thing: I don't even edit much. If you watch one of Pete's videos, you see all the editing in the world. You see one of mine, you're like, "What did you edit?" And it's like not much. I just threw maybe one or two things in there.
Okay.
The graphics are a pain in the ass. The rendering is a pain in the ass. The computer loves freezing.
Actually, shout out to Joe. He just bought a G.I. Joe Classified Series 33.
Not on here.
No, time out. The reason why I'm proud of him is he was just telling me a few weeks ago how much of a bad influence we were on him for making him just dive into buying all the figures he's bought. So I told him it only motivates us to make him buy more figures, and the next person up is Joel. So we're gonna try our hardest, Joel, to get
that in the wild, or did you just order it online from somewhere where it's actually in stock? Share with your brothers, please.
Yeah, man. I got UPC code trackers, and they'll do this to me, Joe.
Give a shit about anything else. I want my damn bat.
Hell yeah.
You know what, Pete, JD, really quickly before we jump off, you know what we got to start doing? We got to start doing bidding wars between these toy sites, right? So like if we're buying something on GameStop and they're playing around with our pre-order, we go to Big Bad Toys and we go, look, GameStop's fucking around. Do you want my money? Because clearly they don't. Get this shit out there. Put it on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Start doing bidding wars. That's what we got to do. We got a strong arm. That's all I'm saying.
We got another potential bad influence here. Mr. E's like, I really should start collecting figures again. Yes, you should. Yes, you should.
I'll say this.
Hey, yes.
I would if there were figures of the new Illuminati. I would.
It'll happen, Joel. It'll happen.
They'll all be Hot Toys, and I can't afford them.
No. They won't just be Hot Toys.
I'm pretty sure they'll all be Hot Toys.
They'll be figures somewhere else. And look, Joel, you say that. We've all said that. Yeah, I'll buy the figure if it's this, and then something else catches our eye, and then it begins, Joel. The path to the dark side. Just take.
I have so much I have to pay for. I can't buy the toy.
I didn't want to get these Spider-Man retro figures. I didn't. But there's no classifieds on the shelf.
Look, that's why I've settled for my Hot Wheel. I got my Batmobile Hot Wheel. You know,
nice.
Well, that's not enough for us.
For me, it
you
was.
need to spend an annual amount of $500 a month. Okay, that is the requirement from now on. All right.
I might buy another Hot Wheel.
I think I'm meeting that next month, man. I think another pre-order of mine just came in. The Superion, again, TF source. Great if you into Transformers, another massive combiner. So we'll see what happens with that one.
We'll see.
We'll see when Beast Wars comes out. I might be tempted.
Dude, you owe it to yourself to get just spend the dough. It's like $110 and get yourself like a masterpiece Optimus Primal.
I might. I mean, I like transforming. Like I told you, I used to fuck every month. Not every month, every other month or whatever. I would fucking take all my shit out, transform them, leave them on the bed, look at them, and then go back and transform them and put them back in them. It's fun. I love it.
You wouldn't take photos and sleep with them in the bed.
I didn't have a phone like back then. I didn't have a camera on me. It was a kid.
You know what I got way in the back? That all the pieces are separated, and I mean they're all together. It's all in one box. But Omega Prime.
Omega Prime.
Yeah.
Omega Prime, where you were able to combine the fire engine Optimus with
wow. Yes.
So like the trailer for Ultra Magnus became like this extra suit of armor around Omega Prime. Oh, it was fucking.
That was a take on a later Japanese series. Like after we had the series, a few seasons, maybe one or two after the movie, which was the Headmasters, and then in Japan it continued on. And that one that you're talking about, which I think was from Transformers Prime, was kind of a take on the Japanese one where they call it God Jinrai, which is like basically like Combiner Optimus Prime, and he became like a fucking giant ass Optimus. It's a dope figure.
I remember Leo Convoy was the Lion Optimus. So when Beast Wars was coming out over here, right, Optimus was a big white lion, and the head would be on his shoulder, but the chest was different than our Optimus Prime, right? Than Convoy Optimus Prime. So that chest piece is what remained consistent with the fire engine Optimus Prime.
Well, look, if that still exists, that is something I will definitely tell a family member I'm having surgery and need money, and then use it on that. Like, hey, I need money for a whole new torso.
Did you guys hear about that? The damn it, what's it called? We were talking about it yesterday, Joanne.
Oh shit, the Godzilla and Ultraman.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Hold on. I didn't.
I'll find. Give me a second.
They're bringing together.
I'll do this.
Fucking Godzilla, Ultraman.
It's God damn it. It's not even in English. Give me a second. But yeah, they call
not in English.
It's called Shin Japan Heroes Universe. Yeah, they're combining all the characters they have that under the Shin title. So it'll be Shin Ultraman, Shin Godzilla, Shin Kamen Rider and Shin Evangelion.
Oh
And
wow!
they're gonna do a MCU style team up movie at the end of it.
Wow, that's cool.
Starting with Shin Godzilla, and then they'll go Shin Ultraman, and then I think Evangelion's next, and then Kamen Rider.
Nice. That hits theaters one or
Well, right now,
American translated DVD one.
well, I already have the Shin Godzilla 2016 one. That's out already, and then the Ultraman one came out last year, sometime last year, and then I think this year is Evangelion, but I don't know when.
Mr. E should be interested in that. He said like he wants to. He was referring to like Godzilla figures.
Yeah, he's diehard.
Yo, Godzilla's dope. I would love to get like one really good Godzilla figure. I haven't decided if I like the modern version or like the classic one yet. But I'll get there. Once the basement's got a little room in it.
No, but Mr. E is a huge Godzilla fan, so look into that, Mr. E, and definitely buy more Godzilla figures. There's a lot out there.
Mm-hmm.
Give Godzilla all your money, and like I said, we'll work on Joel.
You can get good figures on Wish, yo. Like,
especially
that is true. Yes. Like, Japanese releases like that. Like, I bought a couple of the play arts ones and the figure arts ones, I think, or Mafex, whatever it is. Like, obviously they're not official, they're knockoffs, but unless somebody's like up close, like mad close looking, you're not gonna tell the difference. Right. Like, I bought an official Mafex Magneto, the one where he's got the magnets in his hands and he could hold like the chain of paper clips. I had that shit on my desk at work, but I bought for mad cheap, like it cost like $12. The Wolverine one. And then I like stood him up like this, like he was getting this adamantium and shit ripped out of him. It worked out. And I got a play arts Batman, like it wasn't like samurai Batman. He didn't have the armor on, but he did come with the katana, which is fucking awesome.
Did you hear? Because today was the Paramount meeting where they had the big call, whatever. They revealed a whole bunch of shit today, and one of the things was the new Transformers movie, the Rise of the Beast movie, is the beginning of a new trilogy. Mm-hmm. That's one. And the other one that they're gonna do a CGI Transformers movie. I'm trying to think. Gotta find it.
A la Bumblebee. I hope we get.
It's connected to the universe they're creating now. I believe, Bumblebee, but I don't know.
I want those first 15 minutes of Bumblebee.
The whole movie.
Make it the whole movie. The whole movie. Because I'm like. Having humans defeats the purpose with Transformers because they talk. I understand in Godzilla and King Kong, they don't talk, but Transformers talk. That was the whole point of having the humans there, to help balance the idea of the whole scale of robots. And of course they landed on Earth, so you needed humans. I'm
fine with them on Earth. I don't need to have a whole Cybertronian war,
Right, like, I'm with you. But the
whole thing, like, Haley Steinfeld drives to the beach. Fleder's be sitting there in a bikini on top of Bumblebee's hood, and he's like, "Uh-oh, here come the Decepticons." She's like, "What?" And then start the movie. I'm good.
Oh, I thought you were alluding to just having her sit there in a bikini the whole.
I'll watch that for an hour and a half too. I don't care.
Yeah, and then just have what's her name? What's her name? From the Hawkeye series. That's the new Black Widow. Have her swoop in a bikini and they're just sitting on top of Bumblebee. Have those two. Yeah. Have Florence Pugh and Haley just sitting there for an hour and a half. I'd give you my money.
I'm a respectable human. I'll watch that.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Wait, I'm sorry. There's a new animated series also coming out this year.
Oh, nice.
And there's in 2024, the franchise expands further with a CG animated Transformers theatrical film.
Oh, I just got a little something here as well. Check this out. I'll forward this off to you.
Let's go.
My buddy literally just sent me this about 17 and a half seconds ago.
Cool.
Completely off subject of Transformers and whatnot, but nonetheless.
Oh, shit, man.
Just dropped it in the chat.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what it is.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the trailer?
No. There's a trailer?
Oh, yes.
Is this based off of the strip club or?
No, yeah, obviously. You see the naked men on the cover?
I can't really see. I thought those were two testicles. I thought those were two testicles. Oh, okay.
I see ranges, man.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. The trailer's on YouTube.
Oh, I'll go look for it. Thank you, Joel. I didn't even know.
Yes.
Now, look.
One of the best theme songs ever.
Yeah, You know,
yeah.
I never
I used to love
realized that
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 show.
was Indiana Jones and Magnum PI.
Yeah, that was the best part about it.
Not until the days of the internet when they had to do the side by side.
Yeah, I didn't
Now,
know as a kid. I didn't know until I got older.
I will tell you this: hearing those two names that are playing those characters immediately makes me think Booster Gold and in Blue Beetle, John Mulaney.
It is a
and-
little jarring to hear their voices come out of
Yeah.
Chippendale, but you know,
Don Mulaney.
100%.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I love the idea of that, seeing those guys do that, because I think Andy Samberg would be perfect for that, or what is it? Plastic Man. He'd just be fucking awesome. But all right, guys, we're not gonna extend this any longer. That's all we got. We hope you guys appreciate it. You guys have been awesome in the comment section.
Yes.
So thank you guys for that. Joe said he did that before and then he filed for bankruptcy. Yeah, it's a dangerous life collecting
Another
figures.
feeling.
I tell you that. It's not one I wish on my enemies. I only wish on my friends because I hate to love you guys so much. But no, thank you guys so much. You guys are rock stars. Stay tuned. We will be going live Thursday for the Peacemaker finale. And then we will be going live Friday night for GVN Talk. We might have a possible guest, so stay tuned for that. But we appreciate you guys so much. Stay tuned with us going forward. We can't wait to see what new figures we pressure Joe or Joel into buying for the next episode.
Yes.
I will tell you this: Joel is like he would probably be the mascot against peer pressure. Like it just doesn't work for Joel. It doesn't work at all. Trust me, I've tried. It doesn't work. But maybe Joe. Maybe we can get Joe. Joe seems to be susceptible to the dark side, so we'll work with Joe.
Yes.
Yes.
But